What's up guys, I'm here in the new house. I wanted to give you a quick tour as some things have changed as they normally do. And I apologize in advance for the echo here because we literally have nothing in this house yet other than a couple of things here and there. And my wife's doing some stuff in the background here. So there might be a little noise here and there, and she might even pop up and make a little appearance. So keep a lookout for that. It's like a Where's Waldo, but where's Trish? All right, so I've flipped the camera around here and we have Trish down here putting some things away. So we're gonna walk right here into the front living area, kind of the common area. Right against this wall over here is where I'm gonna mount the 65-inch Vizio that we have. So nothing too big for right now. And then we'll probably go with a couple of set of speakers here, the couch. So nothing too crazy there. And if we walk over here, we have a room right here, which is the master bedroom. Pretty large. This is where the bed's gonna go, so we're gonna sleep and all that stuff. So I do plan to have a TV on this wall, as I believe we're gonna put the bed right in the center here of the room. So TV's gonna go on that wall, and then we currently use a sound bar, so that's probably gonna go just below the TV there. Not gonna wall mount it at first because I really feel as though we'll upgrade that at a certain point. And don't mind a little Aero Pro 6 here. Mesh system on the box. We just set that up with Frontier. Just kind of needed something to get it off the floor and up and running. So if we walk back out here, we will hang a left. This is our workout area. As you can see, it's pretty echoey. And it also gets a lot of sun in the late afternoon because the sun is setting that way. It's about 5:30 in the afternoon right now. But yeah, room's really echoey. Depending on how hot it gets in this room, it may end up being in my wife's office at some point. We might end up putting a split AC unit in here, and it really does need a big fan. It's got one vent right up there, and not really doing too much for the overall heat in this room, obviously. And then if we come right over here, it is our kitchen. Nothing too fancy about this. I know this is a home theater channel. You guys don't maybe care too much about a kitchen, but here we're actually getting a new microwave Wednesday. So it's gonna be a Samsung over-the-range microwave. And then we're doing the same thing here. We're getting a brand new fridge on Wednesday as well. It's gonna be a Samsung, French doors, all that fun stuff. Really think like the refrigerator here is on its last legs. So we're getting new ones of those. We got the dining room over here. So we're gonna have our kitchen table and a little station over here where all the coffee and things are. Then if we move right back over here, and oh look, Trish, again, hello. This, if we turn to left here, will be the office. You know, you've seen the office in my previous videos. There's gonna be curtains up on the walls and things like that. This does have vaulted ceilings here. And sorry for the little clicking noise, that's actually the fan. You can see the little thing hanging against there. Tapping away. We might actually, Trish and I, be sharing this office for a little bit until we figure out what's gonna happen with hers. So without further ado, let's go into the last room of the house, which is near the front. This is the theater room. This is about 11.5 by 12.5. You have gray carpet, which we just finished deep cleaning with a steam cleaner and vacuuming. So it looks fairly brand new. It actually looked kind of rough when we got here. We pulled a lot of stuff out of it, and I'll insert a picture right here to show you the kind of stuff we were pulling out of it. If we go opposite of that, we have vaulted ceilings, and it's just basically a centered rise in the middle here. So originally, if you recall, I talked about putting Atmos speakers in here, so basically cutting into the drywall, running in-wall speaker wires through the ceiling, and putting the speakers in the ceiling. That's kind of changed. I think I'm gonna do a black drop ceiling in here for a couple of reasons. One is I really feel like it will make it a lot easier to swap out ceiling speakers as I review them, or be able to test out different configurations with top fronts, top middles, top rears, that kind of thing. And just really give me a lot of more flexibility, and it will help wire management a ton. I won't have to worry about going all the way through the ceiling with all of these wires and stuff. So it would really help out there. It would also cover another big issue, which are these two windows. Now, I really want to black out this room completely. A couple options there are going to be to tint both of these windows, which I feel like I may do. So when I cover these up though, I'm going to, if the drop ceiling comes to about right here, maybe 2 or 3 inches below this wall over here, these are about 8-foot ceilings, the curtain will come down from the top of the drop ceiling all the way down to the floor. So it's going to cover this whole window. Those blinds are coming out of there and we won't have to worry about those. So if we turn over to the left here, I really feel like the TV mounted to this wall with a front sound stage there is going to be really, really awesome. I'll have the Valencia theater seats here, and so we'll have a couple of those, and then the front sound stage. I'm going to use the current entertainment center that we have as kind of just a place to put everything. I initially thought about putting stuff in the closet over here. However, I don't have a way to install, or I don't have the budget to install a return vent or anything like that to mitigate some of that heat and minimize and get the heat out of there. So for now, that's off the table. So that's the front sound stage there. And then for the seats, obviously the Valencia theater seats, the ultimate luxury, I think they're called. Actually, hold on, let me go to the garage. So they are already here actually. I just have a lot to do in terms of getting the theater room set up. So walking back in here real quick. Sorry for the sporadic nature of this video. So let's talk about paint here for a second. So for the walls, I'm actually going to be painting them a much darker gray color, and they will be matte. So if we go over here to the paint, I actually have right here, it's going to be this one right here, this color. And I don't know how well the camera is going to pick that up depending on the white balance. The walls are going to be about this color here. Come on, focus for me. There we go. So this color here, it might look a little dark on camera. And then the trim and possibly the doors will be this black color. I'm thinking about doing the trim in this color and then the walls and doors in this color. So I think that would look pretty cool, kind of give it a two-tone effect. Obviously, it being all matte black, we don't really have to worry about reflections. We have a paint sprayer down here. I'm gonna try to use that on the actual walls and the closet doors, as well as the main door here. I'll be painting with the paint sprayer, and then the walls. The trim is gonna be all brush painted. My wife is gonna be awesome and help me with that. One thing I did wanna point out, I was talking about running Cat 6 cable. Somebody seems to have already ran Cat 5e cable, but basically what that means is I could, if things aren't too crazy up in the attic, because I've already checked up there, I can tape a cable to the cable coming out of here, and as long as there's no staples or anything in the wall holding that cable in, I should be able to get up in the attic and figure out where it terminates and just pull it through that way. That way I might actually run, I don't know, 2 or 3, maybe 4 cables through this outlet here. And the same is in the office over here. And then we have some in the bedroom. The only thing I'll have to do is try to run cables in the living room. All right, so I know that was a lot of information really quickly, but it's all up here. It's all kind of churning and turning around in my head there. But some things need to happen first before we move forward. We do have a plan. I do have like a checklist of things that I want to do first. I know it's a common thing to cut open the drywall and run wires before you paint. However, I have my wife here today, which is Sunday. She's got to work the rest of the week, so she won't be able to come up. So she's going to help me kind of mask off some of this stuff and start painting the trim. I'll handle the walls by myself and masking off, you know, all of this, all the window stuff over here. So I only have her for today, and we only have a couple hours to do it before we need to head home. But I will paint the walls and the trim first. Then we'll run the wires, which shouldn't, I'm hoping, won't be too hard considering that Cat 5's already pre-ran. Hopefully that will make things pretty easy as long as I can figure out where they terminate in the attic. And then after that, I'll work on getting the drop ceiling put in up here. I'm doing all this stuff myself. We've already had to hire professionals to replace the AC system completely. That was fun, and that was a great $9,000 expense that we just paid for. So luckily, we have a great and brand new AC unit, so we don't have to worry about that for a long time, so that's good. I'm still working out whether I'm gonna do in-walls in here. I'm not 100% sure. I can work those out right now because of our budget. Because we had to buy the AC unit, the budget kind of went for the speakers pretty much. So I will be able to do the drop ceiling and the paint and all that stuff. So that's cool. The in walls might have to wait a little bit, but as things change, as they normally do, I will update you guys as much as possible. I can't wait to get to the point where I've got the walls and trim painted, the drop ceilings in, and I can get the Valencia seats in here. They're sitting in the box just waiting to be opened, and I really just need all this room right now to move around in the room and paint and put the drop ceiling in. So look for a video on that coming up. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.